When it comes to cases for your Magic the Gathering cubes, storage for your card and deck collections, or just easy transport of multiple deck boxes, there's a variety of products from which to choose. Recently added to their inventory are the KaKaPoPo A3, Da4, and Kaiba briefcases, each with different features and layouts to best meet your needs. But will any one of these really do so? Oh, with so many options, some are better than others. Sometimes by a lot. Let's take a look. The A3 is a solidly built card-carrying briefcase constructed of a textured, rigid plastic and metal fixtures. Measuring 14 inches long and 9 inches wide and 4 inches deep, this is a nice, compact case to house a cube or a variety of decks for your next game night. The case is pretty lightweight, between 2 to 3 pounds by itself. The interior of the A3 features a dimpled foam lining under the lid with a faux leather bottom and 2 main chambers in the body of the case that can be subdivided with these ingenious fabric-lined partitions. What makes these partitions great is their narrow Velcro sides, which firmly catch onto the soft fabric of the case lining or even other dividers to create a fully customizable storage space. Now, the center bar is permanently affixed. I actually think that's a good thing because it provides a really solid foundation for these Velcro dividers to attach to. The A3 also features plastic feet at the bottom of the case to prevent it from being scuffed or damaged, and 2 locks along the top. However, these are rather flimsy, and I would look at this less of any real security against thieves, and more as slightly added protection against the case somehow popping open. As the handle suggests, this is not just for storage, but also for transport. So the question is, how well do these thin dividers, which fasten entirely by Velcro, actually keep together when the box is in motion? As you can see here, I have fully loaded the A3 with cards, about 1,000 double-sleeved, between loosely placed in the column and secured in deck boxes and other accessories. This is a very full A3, and I'm going to give it a very rigorous test to see if everything is going to end up flying. Ooh. Whew. Oh, I dropped it. Ah. Shake, 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 shake. Woo. No cracks, no anything like that. I think that's pretty good simulation of what it's gonna be. Let's open it up. Wow. Look there. I mean, a few seem to have gone forward. My acrylic deck boxes are nice and safe from all that dropping. Although these are, of course, the Ultimate Guard monoliths, I don't think they would really have cracked had I dropped them on the table anyway, but it looks as though the dividers have held. All the cards are still in place, so this does a very good job of staying secure even when rigorously shaken. Keep in mind, if I were to put just 1 or 2 standard or modern decks in the subdivided areas and nothing else in the case, the partitions would come apart due to basic physics, spilling your deck everywhere. At a price of $34.99, this has a lot to offer. The case is sturdy and reliable, and the fabric Velcro partitions are a very nice touch. Grade is a B+, and I would definitely see someone taking this to a GP or a game night with a variety of decks inside or a great cube. The A4 briefcase is a slightly larger version of the A3 and comes with 4 furrowed foam dividers, spare foam, and a set of keys for the locks. Measuring about 10 inches long, 15 inches wide, and 4 inches deep, the inner walls of the A4 are lined with ridges that allow you to slot the dividers according to your preference. Now, while the A3 has that fixed inner chamber in which you slot the Velcro dividers, the A4 has no such fixed divider, meaning that you can set up the interior however you wish. Or at least I think that's the intent, but I really feel the layout options are limited here. There aren't enough sizes or copies that are included to let you really customize the interior. Your only real option is to do several vertical chambers or 2 smaller horizontals and 1 vertical as I'm setting up here. Also, these dividers don't exactly slide into their slots easily. There's no clicking into place or other means of securing them. They just kind of hold together due to pressure. A pressure which, whoops, in trying to get this aligned correctly, I seem to have damaged the inner lining. Not a good sign. Hey, at least I can see that there's actual wood in the interior. And yeah, it feels like a very solid piece. But the ease at which this tore is not something that makes me happy. One thing I did notice is that the slots at the top and bottom of the walls inside the A4 aren't even perfectly aligned, which causes the dividers to be inserted at a slight angle, which could cause storage problems. While this isn't a huge issue, it shows a lack of attention to detail that can hopefully be fixed in future versions, but is definitely not something that makes me thrilled about this version. Now, despite the multitude of slots on each of the plastic dividers included with the A4, I actually feel that customization options are really limited. There's not a lot you can do with the layout of this interior. It really could have used a lot of different sizes and a multitude of slots, but that's not what it comes with. In fact, the default layout, which is really your only choice, and that's what I have here, which is with 1 divider here and 1 across. Maybe you could move this up, but then you wouldn't have room for the cards on the top row. There's not a lot you can do with this. How well do these plastic, well, they do feel very secure. Do these plastic dividers hold up under a shake test? Let's find out. And you can see I'm already tilting this up because I feel nervous. I don't want this all to fall out right now before I've even done the shake test. Yeah. It's very loose fitting for a lot of the cards and the boxes as opposed to the A3, and that's because there's all this extra space here. Yes, I could pull the divider in and make this a really secure fit for this column, but then I'm just adding extra space on this top column. Deck boxes are going to be even more loose. Cards, certainly a lot more loose. I'm not a fan of these internal divider options. How well do they hold up? They seem very secure, but let's find out. Ugh. Woo! Ooh, loud. I'm gonna open it like this, guys, but, well, the dividers are still in, here, let's get a zoom up, close-up shot of this, please. Even though this is tightly packed, it looks as though the dividers popped out of place, something that did not happen with the Velcro. In the end, I'm not happy with how easily I damaged this. Don't like the dividers, how they pop out, how they don't click into place. And while I do like the idea of having a fully adjustable and customizable interior, the implementation here doesn't accomplish that at all. Lack of perfect alignment is also holding this back, and I can't see see getting this over the A3. I don't think it's worth it, and the highest grade I can give this is a sad little C. I guess it will do for some players, but I can't really recommend it. Next up, we have Kaiba's Briefcase. Inspired by Seto Kaiba, the villainous Yu-Gi-Oh character, KaKaPoPo has created its own silvery homage to his briefcase. Measuring about 12.5 inches long, 13 inches wide, and 4 inches deep, the briefcase's interior is lined with a dimpled foam in the lid and 6 equally spaced chambers in the body. Like the A3 and A4, the exterior is the same, textured rigid plastic and metal fixtures. Unlike the A3, the body and its partitions are lined with a faux leather material, which will keep your deck boxes and cards from getting scuffed or moving around too much. The notable difference here is really in the fact that the partitions are affixed to the case, which makes customizing the interior of the Kaiba briefcase impossible. It's a strange choice, this permanent layout. Not one I'd recommend for deck boxes, as none of them are the right size to hold them securely. So yes, you can put your tower or monolith in here, but it'll jostle around quite a lot. And I think this really is something that Magic players are only going to want to use for a large cube. And as with the A3 and 4, the same style metal latches with locks make it a great option for storage and travel. And as with the rest of the KaKaPoPo line, the case is sturdy and hard to damage. Final grade here, C+. If the briefcase had more options to customize the inner dividers, that could bump this grade up a bit, but the premise and execution is really just a hair above satisfactory at best. I hope very much this video has been of some help to you. You can help me out by remembering to like, share, subscribe, or just by leaving a message. And this program was made possible thanks to a sponsorship from Card Kingdom, as well as the Patreon support of viewers such as you. So thank you.